How do you go from a loop to a full song? That's what we're going to talk about today. Some of the tips that I've learned from making music and releasing music, what I've learned about composing and producing music, what ways that you can go from a loop to a full song. Let's get into it. Hey, I'm Schanno Johnson, and if you don't know me, I'm a musician, composer, producer, and I make videos about all that fun stuff, music composition, music production, so make sure you hit that subscribe button to see videos like this in the future. So we're talking about going from a loop to a full song. So we gotta have a loop. That's what we're starting with. Now, today we're gonna be talking about using something called a B section, making a song that's ABA in form. So lots of songs are ABA. It's possibly one of the most common types of forms of music. Or AABA is another common form of music. Now, if you don't know what I mean by form really quickly, basically it just means the repeated sections of a song put together. So your A section is whatever your loop is. Your B section is the thing that we're going to create. And then the A section at the end, just so that it has some continuity. So that's literally it. Just make a B section. I'm going to go into some examples, give you some ideas for how you can do that, how you can make a B section a little more easily. But if that's all you wanted, that's it. Make a B section. Video's over. Done. Bye. See you next time. Peace. So what can we actually do to make this B section? I like to do it often using material that I've already made, either in a previous song, in a collection, or previously in the same song. So one way you can do that is play your melody backwards or upside down and backwards. So the fancy terms for that would be backwards would be retrograde, upside down would be inversion, and backwards and upside down would be retrograde inversion. Use those if you want to. Those will generate some ideas for you. Maybe change the key, change it to minor. See if that changes the material enough to make it more interesting. Some of my music that does this is Dreaming of Turquoise. It's a single. It's also on my EP Starshine. Go check it out. It's ABA, and the B section has a related sound to the A section. Basically what I did was I reversed some of the sounds and messed with some of the sounds, or added new sounds, but I kept the general musical material the same. Or just think of a new idea. I mean, I know that's like kind of simple, like, oh, just think of a new idea, great. But add in another idea. Change the rhythm a little bit. Maybe that'll give you a new idea. My song Movement 3 Suspending from my album Expanding Electric Symphony has new material in the B section, and it's ABA. So go check that one out. All of this stuff is stuff you can do, right? You can either keep it the same, write something new, or write something similar. So some ideas that you can use to get a B section going. You can change the rhythm or change the beat. You can add some new chords. See if you can find a new chord progression that works for your melody. You can change the instruments. You can change the instrumentation so that the melody is somewhere else and the chords are being played by a different instrument. All these things are things you can do. One of my songs, Layers, that'll be coming out soon, has a B section with some improvised piano on it. That's one thing you could do. Play a solo, kind of. Improvise on your instrument and record it. Play it in on a keyboard or whatever it is. Improvise. Try and make something up on the spot. And then maybe that will generate an idea that you can then use for your B section in the future. I love doing this because it generates ideas so quickly, and you don't have to feel bad about it, or you don't have to like really think about each idea and really consider it. You can just hit play, hit record, go, play something, and no one ever has to hear it. You don't have to use any of it, but you'll often find something that you can use. So then you cut out the stuff that you don't need, that you don't think is good. Great, it's gone. Nobody needs to hear it. Who cares? You found that one thing. That's what you wanted. You don't need to have all these great ideas. You just need to have one, and then run with that. So use improvising if you need to, if you want to. Use it as a tool to generate ideas, or use it as your idea. Improvise a solo, and then that's your B section. There you go. Now let's talk about that second A section. So I like to do ABA, where the second A has something new in it. I like to add one layer at least that comes from the B section. So it happens in Dreaming of Turquoise. There are some reversed sounds that I have in the B section that I add to the last A section. It adds some newness, some novelty to that second A section, so it's not just the exact same repeated thing, and keeps it interesting, but it's basically the same idea, and that one layer can be pretty small. But you want to make it, interesting, right? If you just play the same 4-bar loop over and over again, it can get pretty boring. So try and add something new, even if it's just one layer, even if it's just like one little synth line that comes out in the last A section that isn't there in the first two. Totally fine. So there are my tips on going from a loop to a full track using ABA form, using a B section. So that's it for this video. I hope you found it useful. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned some about music. If you did, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and as always, thank you for watching. See you next time. Peace.